Every generation likes to believe it has things figured out better than the one before it. Baby boomers criticize millennials. Millennials criticize Gen Z. And Gen Z? They seem to criticize everyone. But when it comes to money, a surprising debate has emerged online. Some experts believe Gen Z may actually be developing smarter financial habits than millennials did at the same age. That doesn't mean Gen Z is richer. It doesn't mean they have fewer financial challenges. In fact, they face rising housing costs, inflation, student debt, and economic uncertainty just like everyone else. However, they are growing up in a completely different financial environment. And that environment is changing the way they think about earning, saving, and building wealth. The question is simple. Has Gen Z learned from the financial mistakes and experiences of millennials, or is this just another internet myth? Let's break it down. To understand the debate, we first need to look at the world millennials entered as young adults. Many millennials were raised with a traditional formula for success. Go to college, get a degree, find a stable job, work hard, and eventually build wealth. For decades, that formula had worked reasonably well. But when millennials entered adulthood, they faced a very different reality. Many graduated during or shortly after the global financial crisis. Job opportunities were limited. Wages stagnated. Housing prices climbed. Student debt exploded. As a result, many millennials spent years simply trying to achieve financial stability. Their focus was often survival rather than wealth creation. They worked hard, but the economic landscape made progress difficult. Gen Z entered a different world. They grew up watching millennials struggle. They saw older siblings, friends, and influencers openly discuss debt, financial mistakes, and career disappointments online. Unlike previous generations, Gen Z had access to endless financial content from an early age. Before many of them reached adulthood, they had already watched videos about investing, side hustles, budgeting, entrepreneurship, and financial independence. This exposure changed the way many young people approached money. Instead of assuming a traditional career would guarantee success, they became more open to alternative paths. They began asking different questions. How can I earn income online? How can I invest early? How can I create multiple income streams? Those questions are becoming defining characteristics of the generation. One area where Gen Z appears to have an advantage is investing age. Historically, investing was viewed as something people did later in life, after establishing a career and accumulating savings. Many millennials did not begin investing until their late 20s or even 30s. Gen Z, however, entered adulthood during a period when investing became more accessible than ever before. Smartphone apps made investing simple. Financial education spread rapidly through social media. Content creators regularly discussed stocks, index funds, retirement accounts, and long-term wealth building. As a result, many members of Gen Z started learning about investing while still in school. Even small investments made at a younger age can create enormous advantages through compound growth. Someone who begins investing at 18 has a significant head start compared to someone who waits until 30. That difference can translate into hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Another factor fueling this debate is the rise of AI opportunities. Millennials witnessed the growth of the internet. Gen Z is witnessing the rise of artificial intelligence. The difference is significant. AI is creating entirely new opportunities for productivity, entrepreneurship, and income generation. Young people today can use AI tools to write content, create marketing campaigns, design graphics, conduct research, automate tasks, and build businesses with minimal startup costs. While many workers fear AI will replace jobs, Gen Z often views it as a competitive advantage. They are adapting quickly because they grew up alongside rapidly evolving technology. Many are already experimenting with AI-powered businesses, freelance services, and digital products. Rather than resisting technological change, they are often embracing it. This mindset could prove valuable as the economy continues to evolve. The creator economy is another area where Gen Z has developed a different approach to income. For many millennials, becoming a content creator initially seemed unrealistic. Traditional careers were still considered the safest path. Gen Z, however, grew up watching ordinary people build careers through YouTube, TikTok, podcasts, newsletters, and digital communities. They witnessed creators earning money through sponsorships, courses, memberships, affiliate marketing, and digital products. As a result, many young people no longer view content creation as a hobby. They view it as a legitimate business opportunity. Even those who never become full-time creators often understand the value of building an audience, developing a personal brand, and creating digital assets. This entrepreneurial mindset gives them additional options for generating income beyond a traditional paycheck. Remote income opportunities have also transformed financial behavior. Millennials largely entered a workforce centered around offices and geographic limitations. Gen Z entered adulthood after remote work became widely accepted. Today, a skilled individual can work with clients, companies, and customers located anywhere in the world. Freelancers can earn income online. Consultants can serve global markets. Entrepreneurs can build digital businesses from a laptop. This flexibility has expanded earning possibilities in ways previous generations rarely experienced. Many Gen Z workers recognize that income is no longer tied exclusively to location. They are increasingly focused on skills that can generate value online, allowing them to diversify income sources and reduce dependence on a single employer. However, before declaring Gen Z financially smarter, it's important to examine the other side of the argument. While Gen Z may have advantages, they also face unique challenges. Social media has created unprecedented pressure to display success. Constant exposure to luxury lifestyles can encourage overspending, comparison, and unrealistic expectations. Many young people feel pressure to achieve financial success quickly. This can lead to risky investments, speculative trading, and chasing viral business trends. Access to financial information is valuable, but access to misinformation is equally widespread. For every excellent investing lesson online, there are countless videos promoting unrealistic promises and get-rich-quick schemes. Millennials also deserve more credit than they often receive. They helped normalize conversations about money, mental health, side hustles, and financial independence. Much of the financial content consumed by Gen Z today was created by millennials who learned difficult lessons through experience. Many millennials pioneered remote work, digital entrepreneurship, blogging, podcasting, and online education long before these paths became mainstream. In many ways, Gen Z benefits from a foundation that millennials helped build. Comparing generations as though one succeeded and the other failed oversimplifies a much more complex reality. Perhaps the most accurate conclusion is that Gen Z has access to better financial tools rather than inherently better financial instinct. Technology has reduced barriers. Information is more accessible. Investing is easier. Entrepreneurship requires less capital. Remote income opportunities are everywhere. Artificial intelligence is increasing productivity. At the end of the day, the debate is not really about which generation is smarter. It is about adaptation. Millennials adapted to a changing economy. Gen Z is adapting to a digital economy. Each generation faces different challenges and opportunities, yet there is one lesson that remains timeless. The people who build wealth are usually those who learn continuously, embrace change, and focus on creating value over the long term. If Gen Z continues investing early, leveraging AI, participating in the creator economy, and building multiple income streams, they may achieve remarkable financial success. But whether they ultimately outperform millennials will depend not on technology, trends, or social media, but on the financial decisions they make consistently over the decades ahead.